Yeah, but look where we made it. I think we're doing all right. Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys. Welcome to What the Shuck with Daniel Cain. Thank you all for being here. I'm really excited about this episode and you all getting to kind of see this and all the songwriters we're going to have tonight. And then also at the end, Laidback and Lunar are going to be playing a set for us, and Laidback's going to have the electric out, so it's going to be kind of wild. But thank you all for being here. And if you're watching this way, then thank you all for listening. But here with Daniel Cain. And
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the songwriter process for you. You've played on Red Barn. Some of the places you played around here locally, like kind of talk about what the local music scene sees to you. You also lived in Nashville for a while, so it's like you've seen a little bit of both worlds. So kind of walk us through, for as a musician, what that kind of looks like.
Yeah, well, to start with the songwriting process, somebody was just asking me how long I was playing. I've ever been writing songs just over here. And I'd say like I've been naturally creative writing my whole life. It's just something I just found myself doing. And around 2020, because of certain things that happened in life to me, the hand I was dealt, it was kind of a distant dream for me. Even if I thought I was chasing it, I ended up really starting to intentionalize writing songs. And so most of the songs you're hearing tonight, if not all of them, are 2020 and on. But before that, I mean, I was playing guitar as from 10 years old as a hobby. My dad was a local musician in Troubadour. He ran a shop, and he was a honky-tonk man. He played in blues bands and bluegrass, so I was around it. Man, yeah. I don't know if I can detail in on anything more, but I could just tell you, I guess, my whole life story.
Yeah, hey man, people want to hear it. So when you're like writing music or like the influences for that, so would you say you're pretty influenced by what your dad did, or like would you say you're more influenced like other musicians? How's that gonna work?
So like I'm interested in, I have a very, I'd say, eclectic taste. I am interested. My dad's the guy who because of just, he passed about a year and a half ago now. And so when he got diagnosed was in 2020. So in a way that was really what made me look at life and be like, just do what scares me, which would be doing what I thought was the coolest thing ever, which was like being like my dad, playing music. And he was always more in cover bands, and I'm not knocking anything about being in cover bands. I just know he had a dream to do original music, but I never saw him jump in that. And even though he sold guitars, taught guitar, played music, he never really threw himself to the wind of trying to write your own and live a life off your own, which I'm sure my other brothers in music and anyone doing dreams knows. It's kind of like throwing yourself to the wind, even if it's calculated.
To the wolves.
Yeah. A lot of things. So that's what I would say was the throttle. But when it comes to influence of entertainers and whatnot, I mean, I can remember one of my first guitar heroes in my head being Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King, B.B. King, Jimi Hendrix, and then Tony Rice. I really like a lot of Grass too. And then influence of entertainers is always like Renaissance men. Like I like Justin Timberlake. I like that he was funny, could sing, dance, act, do it all. And he seemed just like he was always so happy, I thought, and it sold me. And then I always like people who are pushing the envelope, like Kanye West. I mean, despite whatever you think
he's a great artist.
Says lately, he's always reinvented himself, pushed the music forward. Kid Cudi for being really upfront about mental health awareness and like making that cool. I was really influenced by a lot of conscious hip hop too. So like, I don't know, I love so many things from so many eras of so many things. And it all influences me to just want to do it. It's like Don said earlier, he was like, I was just obsessed with music, like saying.
We've had a lot of conversations about how people just assume that if you're a singer-songwriter that you just listen to singer-songwriters, but it's like way different than that. You go to, like you just said, I mean, a lot of the music influence was hip-hop that you said just now.
For sure.
And
which actually pushed me to start writing to a beat and thinking of like poetry in motion and like really thinking about prose before putting into chords.
would you say that kind of helped you be able to write the songs that you're writing today, even though it was kind of different?
Yeah, my dad really he was the music man, and it was so big to me, but he also told me I shouldn't be a musician my whole life. It was like totally that pot calling the kettle thing. And I think when I grew up, I started to really resent that. And out of rebellion, I was like, well, I'm still going to do music. It's going to be what you don't do. And that made me really shift towards hip hop. It was like that classic teenage angst, knowing like my dad doesn't like rap, so I freaking love rap. And yeah, that was so inadvertently it did become something like that. And then like I found real truth in it all, and real passion and so much good stuff.
Well, dude, you're not rapping anymore, but you're playing some awesome guitar and writing some great songs. You want to play another one for us?
Sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is a bluesy one I wrote called Black Dogs and Alley Cats. Man, I watched some of the stuff from my Red Barn, and I look at the camera, I go, let me take a sip, and like you can hear it go crunk, crunk. Look at the
I don't have that good a quality on this, so I apologize. Cool place, not great
I
sound.
was like, man.
I'm the Dollar General version of Red Barn Radio.
Shoot.
Nah, bro. No.
This is beautiful over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is an immaculate vibe, I think. I think so. Black dog in the dead of night, just walking all alone with hell still trying to get a bite, just digging for his bone with he's gone hungry for a while now. You can't take much longer. His mean thoughts turn into a bite now. Silhouette on the loose man, sharp balls looking for scratch. If I'm feeling in the mood with, she's gone hungry for a while now. She can't take much longer. The south is turning to a cry now. Black dog heard that alley cat, tail wagging heels on the move with, coming home to that alley cat, on a chase lost in the groove wheel. You're hungry for a while now, there won't be much longer. They're gone wild, you can hear them cry now.
Tickets full.
That sounds crazy. So, kind of an interesting thing about me and Daniel is we didn't really realize that we'd known each other. Yeah, that's true. But about our friendship is we didn't really know that we knew each other for probably like 7 years actually.
Crazy.
Probably, right?
Probably.
And we went to a lake house in like Tennessee with some mutual friends, and I actually met him down there, and I had no idea until a friend was like, you know that he was like at the lake with us one weekend, and I was like, what? Like that was Daniel Cain? And so...
And then you told me, I was like, what? That was Shuck.
Yeah, exactly. That was, to be fair, that was a different physique
time.
of Austin Shuck. So,
Same.
yeah, true, yeah. But it was funny to be like, oh my gosh, I've known him for like a long time actually then. And
Which is wild.
it is wild because we had no idea. Like we
We were
weren't even
literally
like,
the last podcast, and I was like, when did we actually meet? He was like, I don't know. And that's when he texted me. I was like, my brain blew.
yep, it was crazy. So, kind of fill some people in where you're going to be playing this upcoming summer and some spots that people should be kind of seeing you at. And you just dropped a single, so also is that what you're going to close with?
I can. I was probably gonna play my next one.
Play your next single, but kind of plug your single that you have out right now.
Okay, yeah.
And just kind of where people can find your music and what you kind of have coming up.
Yeah. So I did just release my first single. It's called Copperhead. I put it out pretty much on my birthday in February, and then it's been really cool to see something finally out. It was like, wow, I did not know I'd finally get on the other side of that. I felt like it was just forever, man. A lot of hard nights, honestly, when you start doing it, and that's what you want to do. And anyways, that's what I got out. I do have another single coming up. It's called Time to Go. It's a song that I've been playing.
Is that with Dwayne too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the whole album going to be with him?
Mm-hmm.
Or EP?
Yeah, it's as long as I can afford it, man. I'm kind of working in sessions, but I'm trying to make this first album.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm working with Dwayne Lundy. It's been a really awesome experience. It's just been, it's been a great experience. I don't know what else to say other than it's been really good things.
Dude, that guy's like a whiz.
Yeah.
He was on the podcast. And
I've learned so much just by hanging out.
Yeah. And he's very supportive. Like he wants the people that like are in the area to be good and do well. From like what I've seen at least, it's
definitely he gives me a voice that I feel like I can listen to.
Definitely.
I think that's worth something.
A good northern light to like kind of because he's seen, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a refreshing dryness.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I do need to work on that. No, it's awesome, man. That's what when I thought about myself ever working with a producer to help me put together these first releases, the one thing I always thought was so cool was like Rick Rubin and like being more like spiritual in ways and like that. And I just feel like there's like some real element to that distinguishes you from a producer versus like an engineer. It's someone like who takes a removed approach but gets right in the middle at the same time. And I feel like that's what Dwayne's really done for me. So
It probably helps to like tap into what you're really trying to make. And it's probably shown by his work too that he knows how to really do that.
Definitely. And I don't have numbers or science in my head or theory, a lot of it at least. So I talk in feeling, and he seems to understand.
Yeah.
And that also something I need. Yeah. But I'm playing some cool shows coming up. I'll be playing the 420 Pharmacy Fest with Kentucky CBD Pharmacy on 420.
Okay.
I'm gonna be playing.
What's gonna happen there?
Good tunes, good vibes, and some jazz.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some safety meetings.
Safety meetings.
And
We'll have one of those by the way soon.
sounds good. So I was like, let me go next. And then I'm going to be playing, there's a guy named Rob Linus who's going to be coming to the Burl on Mother's Day. And I'm going to be opening for him. So that'd be cool.
That's awesome.
Playing Steiner Speakeasy in Ohio, Chillicothe, in late May, and then going to be playing the next day at Duke's Indy. So I'll be in a few different markets. If you're gonna, come on out. If y'all don't have a show already. But I've got some more stuff that I just can't. I'd have to look at my calendar right now.
Reference my mom, but one time she was like, "You should look this stuff up for them because sometimes they're gonna forget." She's like, "I've noticed this."
Yeah, you asked me last time. I was like, let me look. But yeah,
it's okay. We still love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just let me
That's
know.
who I am.
We'll just post it. We'll post it up somewhere.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do. Like, what's some big goals you have, kind of, for the year?
I'd like to get the album done and out by the end of the year. It'd be awesome. That's the hard goal in my mind right now because time just doesn't move like that. I've noticed real quick with recording.
Well, how do you make it happen?
It's a lot of moving pieces. So like for me right now, hitting sessions and I'm kind of going in pointedly on which song I want to do. Then I'll get in the mix back, we speak about it. Then once that's ready, we send it off to get mastered. So that's another person. And then right now I like the way I'm doing these singles is I'm having like custom art done for each one. I've got Jimmo Valentine's been working with me on those. Just got the art back for the next single and like lost my mind because it's just so cool. He's been doing like song. Basically, I hit him up and I was like, if you like the song, one, if you don't like it, I don't want you to do it. But like, if you like want to be like sonically inspired to do like the art to it, and he thought like essentially I was like, I want you to have all creative liberty.
Yeah.
I just want you to do what you
listen
think.
and be like, oh, okay, this is what this would be interpreted.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so far it's been really cool. Like I was so blown away on the first one. He put like 4 corner pieces on the cover that were like the 4 chapters of the song for Copperhead, and then for Time to Go, it's just like I can't wait to show you it.
Dude, he does obviously really great work because if you just look at any of his stuff, you're like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just.
Well, you're working with the right people. You got the good stuff, so and keep working with what you're doing. I think that album's gonna get made, bro.
Yeah, definitely not gonna stop. I'm just setting goals of. I always look at it like failing forward.
Yeah.
So like, even if you're not gonna hit the goal, like if you're striving towards it, that's what keeps me motivated. Is kind of.
You're getting better. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's like you got to have those goals and like those milestones that you're kind of moving towards, but it's like you're gonna eventually hit those, so you got to kind of keep another goal after that.
For
Just
sure.
kind of.
I'll say I constantly relearn my expectations. I feel like every day I have to reset the slate of what it is, of what I'm doing, and every moment, like.
I definitely agree with that. I mean,
That makes any sense.
yeah, for sure, it definitely does. I mean, it's just things change, so it's like as long as you're moving forward, that's the real thing that matters. It's like sometimes you might not land where you initially were like, this is where I'm going to go, but it's like this is exactly still what worked out. So
Yeah, and like part of me, like not to get too heady, but like part of me thinking about moving forward is like starting to just relearn smelling the flowers and like being in the present. Because like I was starting to get really, sometimes like I felt like when I got that first song out, immediately I felt like I had to be a businessman, and some of my art's kind of just real, like, I don't know, it was just like it separated. All of a sudden I was like, the me right now isn't even that guy, like not even close. And it was just weird. It's kind of like, it just felt artificial for a second, so I had to figure some shit out.
Did you go on a hero's journey by chance?
And man, I love that. I like that whole concept. I do think about that in a lot of things. I think any dreamer's on a hero's journey usually.
Yeah, probably. They're like, especially if they're a musician, they're going to be a little more romantic about it.
Probably.
All right, man. It's your next song.
All right. Yeah, this is gonna be the next single. Got full band production on that one, but this is called "Time to Go." And is this the last one?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and happy belated birthday to you. Yeah. Yeah, you gave me play those games. Give your arms off. Easy fine. Well, there's poison in this water. That's why the moon shines in the hollow. Honey, it's time to go. Baby, why to know right now? Honey, it's time to go.